time Elden Ring took people's lunch money. The Zelda games took people's lunch money. Like it's just like
it just took one person lunch money twice because they're sucker.
Lunch money twice.
That's all that is. Zelda ain't take nobody lunch money, but one fool's lunch money.
And that one fool is the one that didn't delay.
Oh, that one fool.
Whole lineup for Halo. Xbox. Remember, the full. This is burger, shake, fries, and what we calling Fable is something big too. That's that's part of the whole pack. That's their lineup. It's all 2026.
But no, I want to know when you think it should be launched.
Oh, as soon as it's my turn, I will give it to you.
So
you want to go off.
And you know what's funny?
Because I'm gonna go
You're
off.
only doing this because you want to say, I let you speak, so you let me speak. You want
you want uninterrupted boss.
on your entire conversation. And the only thing I just want to know is where would you, Divine Supreme Leader King, put this in this?
I love that title too, and I think we should start walking with that.
That's not now that it's in November. That's heavyweight. That's heavyweight material, right? So
it's COD territory,
right? There's a lot of territory. So we know about
GTA territory. Sir.
We talk about. I mean, it's clearly right, but we talk about that. We talk about We just talk about PlayStation announced Wolverine is coming next year.
Yes,
right. So that's in the blast radius. And then Xbox
potential whatever. So what's that game for Xbox? Is it Horizon 6?
Now here's the thing: is it Horizon 6? We don't know when it's going to come. It's that top of year. Fable was delayed, potentially maybe to the end of the year. We don't know. There's this other game that got announced called Halo Campaign Evolved that's actually in November. The 30th anniversary is November, my birthday. So if this is the case, right, and we didn't even talk about Gears E-Day, which could be a potential
some games
second half
of 2027.
Who in this blast radius needs to move, and specifically, what do you do if you're Halo and if your plans was to coincide with the marketing of the 15th and this GTA comes out on the 19th, which is clearly ground zero?
That's what you do.
What do we do if you're Xbox, who seems to be potentially very affected by this move?
I think, look, if the plan was to release it on the 15th, I don't know what day the 15th
15th falls on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, right?
For Sunday next year.
So you would release it. Let's say you would release it on the previous Friday or Thursday, whatever.
My birthday Saturday this year,
and then you'd have the early access maybe the Tuesday because that's they're gonna do the early access.
Gymnastics.
So let's say GTA is right around there. Yeah,
Ironwood, take that back. You take that back, Ironwood.
I would, being that the actual anniversary falls on a Sunday as a normal release day, I think you have the ability to play around with that date and you get the hell out of the way.
So do you get the hell out of the way and move up, or you get the hell out of the way and come to December?
No, December next year.
Either or.
You need at least 2 months after GTA. At least
I won't say 2 months. I won't say 2 months.
No, because they're gonna do exactly how they do everything. They're gonna have the single player for a month, and then starting the next month, they're gonna have multiplayer. You need 2 months to avoid the GTA.
Yeah. So what if you do the Yotai? Remember when Yotai came like 2-3 weeks before? Bro. At the top of the year, you jump ahead. As long
as you come out before, you good.
You good. Oh yeah, before.
Smell kitty.
I'm talking about once that foot has been dropped.
Right.
You don't go.
You don't go after
it.
Okay. So I'm looking at the calendar, right? So so you're saying that
I'm saying everybody should move. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody should move.
I'm setting a poll.
I don't see COD moving, but COD is probably late October. So again, it will be prior to GTA, right? If they stick to that November.
So COD got to be October because COD got to run too.
Yeah.
I know COD's got to be out of here. That is ground zero blast radius. You got to get up out of here. Right, so COD is the one you got to protect really more than.
I smell
you got to protect COD.
You know what it is that GTA is that game that even people who don't plan on playing it are gonna get just for the zeitgeist moment. Like this is going to be the biggest launch in history. Period.
So as it stands, next year, November 15th, which again we're assuming Halo's campaign release, maybe they was thinking about doing a 16th, or you know what I'm saying, or they do a 13th or whatever. GTA would be that Thursday of the same week.
Yeah.
You get the hell out of here.
Walk away.
So how do you promote Halo with the 30th anniversary then?
It'll just be, he tried to do the month. He tried to do the month, like the general area, the year of Halo.
The year of Halo. So you move up, you go with the year of Halo. All right, second question. Gears E-Day, right?
I put a poll up.
I'll say E-Day early. I think you almost have to front load all of your games then, right?
So hopefully somebody's ready at the top of the year.
So you're pretty much top loading like everything between January and October.
So October we saying
try to avoid November.
Halo
December.
We saying top of November, early 2-week window, get away.
That poll makes no sense.
Yeah.
And then E-Day, if you can, potentially maybe like a September.
Yeah. Everything's got to be front loaded. I would say everything's got to be front loaded. Unless something, and which one of those looks like it may get bumped to early 2027? Which one of those?
The question,
all of it gets bumped to 2027.
Here's the number one thing. Fable. What happens to Fable? They need that.
February 2027.
I gotta go wipe.
All right, you gotta go. Peace. We love you. We will continue this conversation. All right, no doubt.
Bless.
All right, cool. Addict, let's get to it, man. This is big. Again, the statement officially from GTA, you know what I'm saying, is that, hi everyone, Grand Theft Auto 6 will now release Thursday, November 19th, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, but those extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Leonida and the return to modern-day Vice City. And then shout out to Bloomberg and Jason Schreier. They said more statement they needed more time, more polish. They said the delay to November 19th of next year means cost to complete the game continue to mount. It's the second public delay for Grand Theft Auto 6, which was originally slated for release in fall of 2025 before it was pushed to May of next year. He goes on to talk about the shares. They fell about 7% after the delay was announced. And then Strauss Zelnick, the CEO, says it's always painful when we move a date. We never regretted it in retrospect. He said that adding the rival game companies has released unfinished products in the past year, delaying. They did so at their peril. And yeah, so, and then there obviously some things going on with Rockstar with firing more than 30 staffs in a move that led British labor organizers to accuse the company of union busting. The company told Bloomberg that the fired employees were leaking confidential information. That was another thing that went down with this whole story. But anyway, back to it. GTA, the delay, who got to move, and is Xbox affected the most? And if they are, what are they going to do with their lineup?
Well, Xbox is definitely going to be affected the most. I think they have the most games that would come out around that time. I would say, because here's the thing, even if you push stuff before it, Xbox has too many games that's going to be coming out around that year. They're going to be pushing too much stuff before it. Mm-hmm. Like November and December, in my opinion, is completely... Like, you just avoid those 2 months entirely. Now, if you can pop out before GTA, that's fine. But even, I would say you still need to pop out before GTA at least a week.
You gotta pop out for sure.
Because I feel like people, the anticipation that's going to be for GTA, YouTube's going to be fire with all types of shorts. TikTok's going to be fire with all types of shorts. Like, the amount of free publicity that they're going to get from that game before that game even graces the sites is going to be insane. The hype for that game is good. People are going to rather look up videos on GTA than play games that week.
That trade market, that cycle going to be crazy. So,
in my opinion, what was the games that you brought up?
Right now, full lineup for Halo. Xbox. Remember, the full. This is burger, shake, fries. And what we calling Fable is something big too. That's that's part of the whole pack. That's their lineup. It's all 2026
The Fable's the dessert.
Yeah, we do the dessert.
It's the turnover.
It's the dessert. That's what I'm saying. It's the McFlurry.
In my opinion, I think their best bet is to try to get the burger, shake, and fries out next year and delay everything else to 2027. But if they're not able, I think it logistically comes down to what games are ready. Right. If a game even remotely feels like it's going to come out a little bit buggy, and you don't think you can get it out before GTA, 2027. Like, because it's just
Fable,
like,
your beloved Fable, you delayed it to 2027.
I'd rather delay Fable out of 2026 than it come out. Because here's the thing, they're not going to try to compete with GTA. If they're anything, they will try to release it a little bit coming in hot. I'd rather you delay it and give them 3 more months to actually really fine-tune the game, make sure they polish everything, then you try to beat GTA to the market and you know the game's not ready.
Let me ask you this. 2027, someone in the chat said, that's when the next Xbox comes out, potentially, right? So the question is...
No, I don't. They better not wait for the next Xbox. If Fable gets delayed, I expect that early 2027.
All right, so here's the question, though. If you delay again, I remember, and I got to give King some credit, I think Avowed ran from GTA. And somebody, remember, people ran from the first date. So the question, in
King's defense, like idiots,
right? So what if you run? And in fairness, right? GTA Rockstar has been notorious for not making their commitments. So there is another chance.
I don't think they've never gave us a date. I never consider a date until it's got a date. Like I don't consider that 2025, 2026, holiday 2026. It is only a delay to me if you give me a street date. That's just my opinion.
Well, now, obviously, that's the second one. It's the second street.
Yeah. Well,
no, the first one they said autumn 2025.
Yeah, they give an
but then they say May. Didn't May they gave a date for May?
No, this is the actual first official.
It's the
delay.
first official. So they when they said they was coming in May, they didn't give a date.
No, the first time so people are saying it was delayed last year because it was supposed to come out autumn 2024. And they pushed it they gave the date May of 20. I mean, not sorry. It was supposed to come out this holiday, this autumn, this year.
So this is the second delay.
So this
a lot of people would consider this the third delay.
This one is the one that they actually gave a date on. And when they said they were moving it from autumn to what?
Hold
May 26th?
on. I got the Bloomberg joint.
I'm pretty
sure
it said
May 26th.
Yeah, I'm
they
pretty sure
gave a date.
26th.
So this is that we have a.
No, this is the first delay. Because they gave it
It's the first delay from giving a date.
This is officially the second delay, but in my terms, it's the first.
It's the first delay.
Right. I see where y'all going.
Okay. So what it comes down to is just like, look, like I'm sorry if people like not everyone plays GTA, not everyone plays GTA. But here's the thing, just because you don't play GTA, the biggest streamers in the industry are going to play GTA. All of their fans are going to play GTA because they're playing GTA. Everyone in this podcast, in this community is going to play GTA. Like it is what it is. GTA is probably the biggest franchise, the biggest IP in the industry at the moment.
So what if they delay again and if you Fable, you move and they delay?
Then you delay again.
You just screwed at that point.
Okay, here's the thing, like you keep moving until GTA comes out. Once GTA's out, then you good. Like, nah, here's the thing. I value, even though I want to play Fable, I value that game doing better and doing the best it possibly can than I value playing the game early. Because, like, we've seen, how many times have we seen a game that had quality come out next to a game that had, like, this giant hype going to it?
Shout out to Hollow Knight. No,
it's not just Hollow Knight. How many times Elden Ring took people's lunch money? The Zelda games took people's lunch money. Like it's just like
one person lunch money twice.
One person's lunch money twice.
That's all that is. Zelda ain't take nobody lunch money, but one fool's lunch money.
And that one fool is the one that didn't delay.
Well, that one fool was never gonna be nice anyway.
So you want me to Fable being that one? Nah, we good. We good.
You said don't mess with his Fable. Don't you mess with his Fable.
You put something king like that.
I think Fable can stand up a little better.
Mustard Hearts came out. Y'all don't remember? I remember this. This is the same conversation, boy. Same conversation, different day. Mustard Hearts will lead the way.
So we're at okay, Divine King.
Divine King.
How about where would you move it?
Listen, when it's my time, I'm gonna get at it.
No.
You finished? You ready?
I'm asking you a question.
Because I got a whole spiel though, so I'm not gonna let you bust on my spiel.
But no, I want to know when you think it should be launched.
Oh, as soon as it's my turn, I will give it to you.
So
you want to go off.
And you know what's funny?
Because I'm gonna go
You're
off.
only doing this because you want to say, I let you speak, so you let me speak. You want
you want uninterrupted boss
on your entire conversation. And the only thing I just want to know is, where would you, Divine King, Divine Supreme Leader King, put this in this?
I love that title too, and I think we should start walking with that.
That's not in the script.
I ain't gonna hold you. I like that.
Divine Supreme King. That sounds like some sinister joint. That's too much.
Yo, Alec, you on one with that? I think you on to something with that one. But let me let you finish talking.
Okay, whatever. You ain't gonna. That's fine.
You got a couple of seconds, baby.
What it comes down to is just I value the properties more than I value ego. And I just want these games to do well. You know, I've waited this long for a Fable. A couple months more isn't going to kill me, and I'd rather have a better shot of having another Fable than this come out and GTA. People, Fable what? Because I mean we see it's getting hit with all types of stuff. It's just like I don't want anything to avoid letting this game be a success. And there's a lot of other stuff that comes into it, because we're not even talking about whether or not a game's ready. It's like, is Xbox game going to cannibalize each other? One's of like E-Day and GTA are the only E-Day and Fable are the games that come out in the same area. So it's like, I'd rather, once again, do I want Fable to compete with Gears? No, because we got Gears, we got Halo, we got Fable, we got Forza, we got that one game from Exile Entertainment. We got all these games.
Clockwork.
Like all these games, and not to mention their third-party marketing deals that they'll do with some of the smaller things. Their Game Pass games, like that's a lot. Most likely in February, we'll hear about more solid release dates for a lot of these games. I think one of the only games that could launch like close to Forza is probably, close to GTA is probably Forza, because I feel like that is a completely different demographic, like not even remotely the same that would play a GTA. And I still think that game should avoid GTA.
You heard it here first. King has been patient. He's been stewing, furious, listening to Sovereign Addict. But he is here. The news, GTA 6 delayed again, November 19th. But the question is, who should, if anybody, avoid the blast radius, whether it be PlayStation, Xbox, or whomever? King, the floor is yours.
I see a lot of people out here talking about Xbox is going to be affected by this. Boy, shut up. Sit down. Sit down and shut up. Publisher of the year? In the year that they're going to bring out the best hits? Boy, sit down, shut up. Run? My God, man. Yo, weak-hearted, mustard-hearted individuals scare me, man. Because a lot of y'all got voices. Y'all got kids looking up to you. Come on, man. Put your skirt down. Cut this out, man. Nobody needs to know if the panties match the drapes. You dudes are so fearful. That's why y'all not running any companies. This is why. Now, let me set it up for you dudes. In a year, and this is not directed at Addict, I want any of y'all individuals, your low IQ individuals with your smooth-ass brains thinking this has anything to do with Addict. This has nothing to do with Addict. Addict has his opinions, and you know I already know his opinions. So obviously, if we and him haven't talked about it, y'all will never know, but it has nothing to do with him. This has everything to do with you soft dudes. Now, I'm talking about the soft dudes that actually put out videos that actually has a little bit of a following, that have people listening to you idiots. And they always follow you and follow you down the pit of destruction. I told you that it would be delayed. I told you that it wasn't coming out in the first early part of 2026. I also told you that Xbox is coming out with a console next year. I'm glad that none of you dudes are following me down this rabbit hole. because I don't want anyone to be associated with me, because right now dudes are trying to associate themselves with Microsoft's projections and where they're going. Where I told you, no, you didn't. You was part of the Mustard Hearts. Stay there. Us real dudes, us lion-hearted individuals, the fearless ones, the individuals, myself, the divine supreme leader. Yo, Addict, I love you. Thank you so much for allowing me to use a new title on you dudes. The divine supreme leader is talking. I need you guys to listen up. Now, I told you next year, Xbox is definitely going to be Publisher of the Year. With all the games that are anticipated to come out.
Insane.
You heard my cohorts, my teammates, my fellow panelists tell you from the top of their heads the games that they remember coming out. Xbox told you their commitment to you was 75 every year, 75 day and date inside Game Pass. Now, we're not even talking about the platform. We're talking about the actual ecosystem that's supposed to be in danger from this outside entity. What if I told you that this outside entity was a marketing tool that's going to be used by Microsoft and Xbox on the OEM device that actually is coming out? Because we all know that Grand Theft Auto 6 is not going to be available on PC. But what if I told you that the only console that it'd be available on that can run 60, because it ain't going to be that pro, it's going to be a Microsoft OEM device that's going to hit the streets. And the reason why they'll be able to do it, because you're going to say it's going to be a hybrid PC game. They're not going to be able to do it because they're not doing it for the... shut up. First of all, every game and those development kits are PCs. I just want y'all to understand this. But if it's a console hybrid PC, then the console aspect of it is going to take over. Right? Do you see this? Do you see where I'm going with this? Remember when I told y'all before that I think the Xbox has the marketing, and y'all was like, I don't think so. And I know one thing that will be tipping me into that direction would be if they delayed it. And I said unequivocally, they will delay it to November. November 19th is the day. November 15th is their birthday. Shout out to COG.
They'll loop me in this one.
So understand that this is divine purpose. It's divine purpose that this thing is happening. How the hell do I nail the month? Why is it in circumference of Xbox? How does a $4 trillion company make a $1,500 device a must-have item for the holidays? I heard all of you people. I hear every last one of you mofos saying, I'm not spending $1,500 on nothing. I don't care what they do, King. What if that's the only place that you can play Grand Theft Auto 6 at 60? Oh, wait a second. I think you got ants in your pants. I think it's time for you to buckle up and strap in. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be in Game Pass. I don't even think so.
Okay.
Not even close. No. Shouts don't even like Game Pass. That'll never be that. Okay. Anybody that's thinking that it'd be in Game Pass, that's ignorance at best. It's not. But marketing doesn't mean that it has to be in Game Pass. Please, people. Please. Grand Theft Auto 5 is in Game Pass. That's a good thing. Like it's going to be on Switch 2. Anybody thinking that Grand Theft Auto 6 is ever going to make it to Switch 2 is incredibly insane, because the strides that they're making with AI will tell you off the rip that the Switch 2 is not even in the mind frame of what they're talking about. So again, I would like those knees packed up and shipped to me anytime you like. You can do it preemptively. You can do it after it comes out. But remember, I told you, I gave them a year, right? I gave you a year after the fact. You can sweat it out however you want to do it. God bless. Xbox has nothing to worry about. Never have and never will. The problem with you weak-minded, soft-hearted individuals is that you will run from your own shadow when you wake up in the middle of the night. What was that? Nothing. Stupid. Go to the bathroom and pee. Or you pee on yourself. You're scary. And Grand Theft Auto is just a game. Y'all ran the last time, and what happened? It faked you out. Yo, it's the best. Yo, I'm gonna give him a date. I'm gonna see who's gonna run. Yo, they're playing mind games with you soft dudes. So Microsoft and Xbox doesn't care because they already have the market, I believe. This is me. This is not no insider stuff.
That's definitely you.
This is not no insider stuff. But the best place to play it will be on that OEM device.
Mm.
And that's how you justify that $1,500 price tag. And they're not going to duck any fades because this is a celebration of Xbox next year. That's how you know real Xbox people. Celebrating Xbox is never going to take away from, and I don't care what comes out. Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable, dropping next year with a new Xbox on the anniversary of Xbox. You need a Grand Theft Auto to give some type of rise in the community because ain't nothing nobody else dropping is making any noise. It's them. It's like Drake going up against the 24 other people that he fight. He got to be impeccable. He got to be unapproachable. But you know what Xbox is saying? Don't worry about it because we play it best over here. So, yeah, when you cop your new Xbox, you're going to get your Grand Theft Auto. But on your new Xbox, what you want to play? You want to play that Halo, the one that started it all. And you want to play E-Day, the beginning of it. And if Fable has anything to do with going back to the Genesis or something, oh, I'm going to get on that Fable. But how about this? That Forza in Japan that you've always wanted to play. Mm-hmm. It's here. We can do this. And then right around the corner is that Call of Duty that that don't take any losses. Mm. So if you guys ever sit here and talk, or I don't want to see none of you fake Xbox dudes talk about anything Xbox any longer. We're talking about Xboxes, the ones that are in danger or should be afraid. No, you should be afraid that your fan base actually gets a chance to see you for who you actually really are.
Jesus.
I believe in the IPs that's over at the house that Bill built. Mm. You see why that chair got that and this is here and this is here? Because we have no fear here. The Divine Supreme Leader King. Thank you, Attic, for giving me my new name. On Cog's birthday next year.
Don't associate me with this.
2027. 2026. You will get a chance to see.
I do not want to be clipped with any of this.
You will get a chance to see.
I'm interrupting the clip.
And when he says Cog, he means Lord Cognito.
Yes.
This is a king on his own prophecy.
Lord Cognito's birthday.
This was all in the script provided by Lord Cognito.
Nothing to do with this.
He will be purchasing his new console.
Cog, even during our last meeting, verbally told him how he wants him to say the words that's coming out of Cog's mouth.
So, and it has all been set up for me to become the Divine Supreme Leader.
that was also Cog. He wrote it down in my notes.
You gave him the name.
So the best part of this is, have no fear, true Xbox fans. Next year is going to be a celebration year with the marketing going over to Xbox because we see the shift with Square Enix saying no more exclusives for them teams in blue. And blue doing what the green do. Big bros in the building. And Xbox is chilling. November 15th, on Cog's birthday, we'll be picking up all the games that we need to play. And then with the, they're going to have the 5-day play early access for the Grand Theft Auto. We'll be playing Grand Theft Auto all together. Iron Lord's podcast on Cognito's birthday. Rivaling in the 25th anniversary of what Xbox does for the community. Nobody's scared. Nobody's heart is pumping Kool-Aid. You know what it is. It's Xbox. Hashtag, I'm going to keep it right here for you dudes. And if y'all thought I was afraid, Courage in a bottle, baby. It keeps you strong.
The king has spoken.
The divine supreme leader king.
Yes, the divine supreme leader king.
That was a very enlightening. Very enlightening.
Very enlightening. Very enlightening.
When I told you that I was going to move that date, I told me I was wrong. I want the knees.
It's enlightening to you, Forte, because me and King already read the script last night. We already knew exactly how this was going. Next time I'll make sure you get the script.
But you know what? The question. But you know what? Before I go into my thoughts, I wonder if did the script say anything about when those games were coming?
No, we don't know. We don't have release dates on any of those.
No. But what was the whole premise of this question?
So the premise of the question is obviously GTA has now delayed, right? Mm-hmm. So the premise of the question is we know major publishers are launching big titles for next year. Obviously Sony announced that they are dropping Wolverine next year. Again, people assumed maybe it's a second half game, right? And then obviously we know Xbox, now that they're one of the biggest publisher, if not the biggest in gaming, have at least 5 major releases scheduled for next year, with the one that a lot of people talk about, Halo campaign involved, which we know going to PlayStation. And we know that they've been celebrating the anniversary, which would be the 30th anniversary, which would be on my birthday, because me and Xbox share a birthday.
Yeah.
So
you and Xbox share a birthday.
Yeah, so the question becomes, if the rumors are to be believed that they were trying to launch in that window, now that we know this new information, what does everyone do with a potential, as people call, I'm affectionately calling it the ground zero blast radius situation?
The black hole of gaming.
Yes.
GTA is the black hole. Got you. So this is what I want. So King, just want you to answer this part for me, because I agree with 98% of what you said.
I love that part. That number is a good number.
It is a good number. I agree with 98% of it.
Where did that come? That was in the script too.
Yeah, I agree with 98% of it. The question I have to ask you is, when are these games coming? Are they coming out?
That's a good question.
Right in that same? Are they coming out in that same window? Are they coming out a couple of months early? Because guess what? What you said is, I agree 100%. That console's going to drop, and you're going to have all of those games. You're going to pick those games up, and you're going to have an amazing journey, because Xbox, the year of Xbox is for real. You're going to enjoy the anniversary date. All of that stuff's real. But the biggest question is, when are those games actually going to come, though?
Halo drops first. Halo drops first. Halo drops in the month of November, actually November 15th, with the console.
November 15th next year.
Awesome.
Next year.
It's a Sunday, though. So you can't usually drop on a Sunday, though.
Well, I could drop on a Friday.
You date a Friday or the... Okay.
Yeah, Friday or the Monday. But Halo's going to drop with the console. And then after that, you're going to have Forza drop, E-Day dropping in probably January. And then you're going to have Fable.
Top of the year? You got EA, okay.
Yeah, I got E-Day at the top of the year. I got E-Day going because I think they're going to give Forza is going to drop where whatchamacallit dropped. What's this guy? Indiana Jones.
January. That was January.
No, it was December.
Sure? What you call
no, you're right. December,
the original Xbox release of Indiana
December 12th. It was. PlayStation was supposed to be in January, but then they delayed it. You're right.
Yeah. We ain't worried.
So you got Forza December?
I got Forza in December. I got Master Chief in November.
Okay.
With the console. Forza in December.
Okay. When you got Call of Duty?
I got Call of Duty is this normal time. That's
sometimes it's November also with them. I mean, they've done October before. It could be October. So they're running
this time.
So they're running.
No, I think
so they're not going to do November. They're running.
Well, due to the schedule, I think it's October
to respect Halo.
Yeah, to respect Halo. I think it's October.
Okay, just want to make sure
and February. I think E-Day is in February. I think February 13th or something like that. And then
so you're saying all of them are run?
No, well, you have to space out because the cannibalizing of your ecosystem. They're not worried about that.
So we don't think none of these games are coming out we think they're dropping them all on the holiday? Because in my personal opinion, Forza and Halo will be out before October.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
not even close.
So, and the reason I wanted King to be on that because, and I agree 100%. I think Call of Duty's coming out in October.
Yo, Black John said, this is the 2% King.
Yeah, Call of
Duty. That's kind of funny. I want Just to be available because a lot of times when I'm wrong, you dudes don't say anything. Y'all say everything. When I'm right, you don't say anything. I was right about this moving. I don't see you in this saying
the majority of the industry called this game being moved.
No. When I was saying,
did the majority of the industry not call this game?
I told you to what month. I told you to what month it was going to be delayed.
Okay.
And the reason why
you said November.
Yes, I did.
I mean, you may
the reason why I'm saying it is not because of what they're saying. They're saying it for whatever reasons. I'm telling you that it's moving closer to the release date of that console. That's what I'm telling you.
So
I think this was always the.
I don't think the console comes out next year. I'm going to be honest.
That OEM console is coming. The reason why the OEM console is coming because that Call of Duty plays best on that OEM console, and that OEM console was slated for 2026. November 2026 to be exact. Watch. Just the same way I told you there will be more OEM handhelds like this device here. Oh, all of a sudden now MSI is going to have the user interface. Oh, all of a sudden now is another one that I can't say, but I'll be saying soon after December, they'll be having a device as well.
Continue. I can't wait to my turn.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I've been patient.
No, you're good, bro. I asked you the question. You answered it. I appreciate that. Well, I'll just say this. I think this was always the date. Seriously. I was talking to Attic about this yesterday. I talked about it on DPS on Thursday. I think it's a lot easier to ask for forgiveness the first time around when you delay something, because like Attic just said, I don't consider this the second delay. I consider this the real first delay, and it's real easy to tell people, hey, when you got a release window, like, hey, thanks for sorry we got to do this, but blah blah blah. We the extra time, and we're going to push it out 6 months. And at that time, that was like a year away. They announced that first one back in, I think it was April or May when they delayed it. It said they were delaying it to May 26th.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to say, hey, we're going to push it to May 26th when it's only a year away versus saying, hey, we're going to push this thing to November, which is a year and a half away. You can always go back around and tell people later on in the year that you're going to be able to do that. But that's just my thoughts on it. I just feel like they just kicked the can down the road and then said we're gonna get a trailer out. At that point, we haven't seen the official trailer. We'll get the trailer out, getting people super excited, get them to see what the game actually looks like, and then we're gonna move aside the head and say it's coming out in November of the next year. I never thought May was good. It would have been great for me because it's my birthday week.
Yeah.
You get to get it on your birthday week now. My birthday's May 20th.
So you'd have been lit. You'd have been lit.
My birthday week and everything. So shout out to you. It's gonna come out during your birthday week now.